It sounds like you are driving strategy and, kind of managing these projects in a way, but you're not hands-on, obviously building this stuff. How technical would you say maybe you are?
Yeah,
Can
yes.
you dive into that a little bit for us?
So I'm actually at the moment I'm actually doing the builds as well. So I
Okay.
jump in a call with person A. We define what the process looks like. We think about what sense to automate because not everything makes sense to automate. Some things you want to
100%.
keep human.
100%.
And once we have the whole process mapped, it's just a matter of going into code and starting the fun part, which is actually implementing this and seeing what it comes up with and what makes better sense than other approaches and so on. So it is actually full on, hands on. And I also will be, managing the team and, of course, driving the strategy and so on. But I do want to be hands-on because this changes so quickly nowadays that
Hmm.
if you're not hands-on, you're out because
Yeah.
there's new things literally every day. So I actually want to keep
Hmm.
that part, at least for now, very hands-on. So I get to
Yeah.
continue learning, continue seeing how the space evolves, and yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got a quick question for you. I'd love to hear your take on. There was a study that came out, or a survey, I should say, from IBM. They surveyed 2,000 CEOs. I think the median annual revenue was about 6 billion of these 2,000 CEOs, and 25% of them said that they are comfortable with sort of like the operational decisions being made by AI, sort of like strategy type decisions. And it's expected to almost double by 2030 to about 50%. So I'd be curious to hear from you when it comes to you brainstorming and driving strategy across these different groups. How comfortable do you feel and how much do you use AI in the brainstorming and like decision making process? Or do you like to keep that aspect very human?
I do a mix. So I love to use AI, and I think sometimes it thinks of things that maybe I haven't thought through, and it's really good
Hmm.
input. But it also situations where you ask something and it gives you such a reassurance reply, and
Yep.
it's like it's the only way, and then suddenly you're like, hold on, maybe we can do this other way, and it's like
Hmm.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think a bit of both is good. Not using it at all nowadays, I think, is not the way to go because there's a lot of
Right.
valuable input out of it, but using it for everything, it's dangerous as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's this quote that I keep hearing, which I love, which is that you can outsource the thinking, but you can't outsource the understanding. And I think that that's a great example of having AI think about the different paths and do research and bring you these different decisions. But ultimately, you should be the one that understands the pros and cons and the trade-offs of each of these decisions. And then you, the human, are making that decision. So yeah, I appreciate the thoughts there.